Stefan No, friend of the program.
Shout out, Steph.
Put this model together that basically projects what your salary should be based on your minutes per game and your EPM. So I plugged those in, and then I compared the salary of what the projection says that they should be to how much they're actually making to come up with, in the far right column, the value that you get on that salary. So right now, Coby is projected at $22 million a year. He's making 13. He's giving you $9 million of excess value. Now, Coby's an interesting example because he's only giving you $9 million of excess value for the rest of this year. After this year, if he signs for $30 million, then he's negative $8 million in value based on how he's playing right now. So trade him now while you have an where he's giving you excess value. Modest, I don't think that they should trade. I just don't think they're at that point yet. Trey Jones, like, he's having a nice year. He's under contract for a couple more years. Maybe you can, send him out, take a bad contract back for a couple of years and get a pick with it. Like, that would be a great win. You look at Giddey, and he's giving you excess value right now of only $4.2 million per year. That may not seem like a ton of excess value, but the fact that he is playing like a $29 million a year player, like, somebody maybe wants that, and you should be willing to trade that, and you could maybe get some picks for that. If you have an offensive engine playing at a $30 million a year type of salary, locked in for 4 years at excess value, like, you should maximize on that. Whereas, guys like Herter and Collins right now are giving you, they're costing you money, basically. They're playing, Collins has barely played, so I'm using the EPM number from last year for him. Herter has underperformed. He's hurt now, but he's underperforming his contract. So those are kind of guys where maybe you can get something for them because they're expiring. Maybe you can take back some bad money, but these are not guys that are like valuable contracts as it is. I think the one that's really interesting to me is the Coby one, which I mentioned, where it's like he becomes a guy you have to pay, but maybe a team wants Herter long-term and they say, okay, well, he's expiring this year, but we can re-sign him next year for $6 or $8 million, and then it's worth having, and it's worth getting him in the door now so that we can try to get something out of them. So I think all those guys like have value in different ways, and just because they're exceeding or not exceeding their contract right now doesn't mean that that's what it's going to be, and so that impacts what their trade value would be. And then obviously, as people are mentioning in the comments, you have Patrick Williams.
There we go. Can we get to this?
Was that Sarah's stifled laughter a minute ago?
That was me and her looking at each other like.
When she
looked down there and I'm like, oh my God.
Can we put that back on the screen, please? Because I don't want to gloss over none of that part right there. Put that back on the screen.
And I love the comments.
Look at that.
I bet if you showed this to AK, he wouldn't get it.
Look at that, though.
And so
18 mil is what he's making. Look at the value. That's insane.
Yeah, the 1.5 is just a placeholder. Steph's model just says veterans minimum. So I just put 1.5 in, which is, I think, less actually than the minimum contract. But yeah,
that's not a reduction from these being decimals with millions attached. That's actually just $1.50.
Well, he's just not
like
a
cheeseburger.
He's like, I mean, he's just like not playing like an NBA player.
He's ass.
He's not playing well.
He's ass.
And so like,
he's
okay, but like think about how other teams would view this. The Bulls are desperate to try to win. Like, they need to get off Patrick Williams' money so that they can have the flexibility that they so covet going into next offseason. Maybe if you're the Wizards, you can say, hey, Bulls, give us a pick and we'll take Patrick Williams off your hands. Like, that's how the Bulls should be operating.
Yep.
They should be saying, Paul George,
Ding.
76ers, come on down. Like, give us a pick and we'll take Paul George or Embiid off your hands.
Yep.
Like, there are plenty of contracts like that the Bulls could actually make a play for to get draft picks and sacrifice their flexibility. But it's not sacrificing, it's utilizing it. Yeah. It's putting it to use. Otherwise, they're going to lose it for nothing, and that's pretty much what I'm expecting to happen.
Also, just like triple RSE in the chat say, bro, give me half of AK's salary and let me cook.